Hello everyone, it's Danny here again, and today I'm taking a break from my normal videos, my normal covers, and I'm actually going to do a pretty basic lesson today actually. In fact, I'm going to do some sort of like beginner sort of like lesson, like just a different lesson altogether, okay? So today I'm doing lessons on, just simple basic exercises. You know, the normal kind, the... So, normally I work with distortion. But today, for clarity's sake, we're going to be using the clean channel. In fact, let me turn it up real quick. Oh, you get a massive volume here. See? Now with it's always important that you do these exercises without distortion, because with distortion it can be really easy to hide your mistakes, and it is sort of noticeable with distortion, but it's more noticeable without distortion. So, so it's better to practice everything clean, so you're hitting every note, not hitting every note, you're hitting every note very accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4. And make sure that your finger is just right behind this metal line right here. And each of these things are called frets. This is what separates each part of the fingerboard, or the fretboard as you may want to call it. And it's very important you put it right behind the fret, so you're hitting the note very accurately, so it rings out completely perfect. That sounds pretty nice. Anyway, yeah. And make sure, one finger per fret rule. You don't want to be doing this. You can do that, well, it's for this lesson you must only use one finger per fret. One finger per fret, okay. And then you go up the strings 1, 2, 3, 4 on E, A, D, G, B. So that's a good exercise for a beginner to do. Now you've got to make sure that each note rings out perfectly. You don't want to do something like this. It's really hard to make it sound horrible. But if you want to get rid of that horrible fret buzz. Yeah, so nothing like that. You don't want to hear anything like what you'd rather hear than. It's really hard to actually do something wrong once you've actually done it. You're used to doing it right. And a very, very useful tool when getting used to this exercise for using is a metronome, because anyone can just do this. The one thing that you need to get very used to, especially in music, is using a metronome, because keeping in time is very important. So, a good metronome, you can either buy one, a separate one, or you can freely download one as an app. One right here. I'll use this one right here. And I would, for beginners, I'd recommend 80 to 120 beats per minute. Minimum 80, because it's the right speed, isn't it? It's yeah, so that's good speed for me. Or if that's too fast for you, for a beginner it would be a bit too fast. I don't know, it depends what you like. A good speed. That's a perfect speed, right? And you want to make sure that every time, that every tick, so it's tick tock, 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 tick tock, tock. Every tick you're landing on the first fret of each string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go back down. Sorry. And when you're coming back down, you've got to make sure every tick you're on the 4th fret of each string. When you got up to 120 beats per minute, you know, to challenge yourself a bit more, going faster. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise. This is more beginner media exercise, but it can be very handy to get into now. Is the killer exercise. I know it's a bit fast to do this one now, but it's kind of a fun exercise if you think about it. It's where it's basically this. And if you know, and you're doing that all the way down not the neck, but down the strings. And it can be very confusing if you're not used to doing this exercise, but I am, so you're going 6, 5, no, 8, 7 on the E string, 6, 5 on the B string, then 8, 7 again on the same string, 6, 5 on the E string. I know I got it wrong earlier, missed out that 8 and the 7. And then you start again on the B string, 8, 7 on the B string, 6, 5 on the G string, 6, 5 on the same, no, 8, 7 on the same string. I keep getting mixed up. 8, 7 on the G string, then 6, 5 again on the B string. So, and you're doing that all the way down the neck, pretty much. And then going backwards is a lot harder. And for each of these exercises, you want to make sure every note rings out very clearly, unlike what just happened there. So you don't want any bluffed notes. None of. You want to hear that, not that. Wait. Sorry, it's too tempting. So yeah, that's the killer exercise. Except you're not really going up and down the string straight away. You're going along the same string. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you carry on going up each fret each time. Then as soon as you hit the 11th fret with your pinky finger, you immediately slide up to the top fret and go back down. Again, making sure each note is clear. No bluff notes, no fret buzzing. So clear. Make sure you're not missing any frets. Oh, sorry about that. When you have a guitar like mine, you end up pushing a string off the fretboard and it's horrible. I'm not saying that most people tend to do that in songs anyway, for fun. That does sound fun. So yeah, these are 3 exercises that you can do. That looked like 4. 3 exercises that you can do to improve yourself better at guitar. I'd say the exercises I just showed were beginner to beginner, mediate sort of thing, halfway between beginner, intermediate. Again, make sure finger right before fret so the note rings out properly. And make sure your pick isn't missing a string or hitting unwanted string. So you're not doing that. So you want to make sure your picking is accurate and your fretting is accurate as well, and that both your hands are synced up, so you're doing not it's not very noticeable actually now I hear it, but it's best to get your hands really well synchronized. Thank you for watching my lesson on just basic exercises really. 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise, and then the killer exercise. Oh, I can't hear that. Well, you can actually, but very faintly. And then the caterpillar exercise. Before this video ends, quick update. Before I did Through the Fire and Flames, there were other covers I did. I think there are about 3 other covers I did. 2 covers, and I've done 3 before, but I'm only going to redo 2 because I like them both best. The main reason why I want to redo them is because back then I wasn't exactly using recording software. Didn't know how to properly use it, so all sounds were coming from the phone. I was using a phone as well, imagine that. Nowadays we all use Canons. And also, especially in the Goodbye Agony video, during the bridge section especially, you could hear me hit the strings and it was horrible. But with this software, you can barely hear any of the actual strings being struck. You could just hear the chords and notes. So yeah, that's why my Through the Fire and Flames cover is way different sounding than to my other covers. Thanks so much for watching, actually. This was an okay video, I guess. Peace!